Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the morning news show with me, Sakshi Singh Litoria, here on CNN News 18. And for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be your host to walk you through all the top headlines from the nation and around the world, where we are starting the bulletin with a story that has been brewing up there in Andhra Pradesh as fireworks continue to erupt in Andhra Pradesh following the arrest of TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu. The state-scale development scam saga continues as the Special ACB Court is yet to decide the petition filed by Chandrababu Naidu seeking permission for a house arrest instead of being in jail for this particular scam that he has been arrested for. Now, on the other hand, the Andhra Pradesh CID has filed a new petition in the ACB Court asking for a prisoner in transit warrant to probe Naidu in connection with the Amaravati Inner Ring Road case. While Naidu's son Nara Lokesh has lashed out at Andhra Pradesh's CM Jagan Reddy, calling him a psycho, the YSRCP hits back at the TDP, calling Naidu politically irrelevant, further claiming that Naidu has looted the people of Andhra during his tenure. Meanwhile, protests continue to simmer across Andhra Pradesh. Prohibitory orders have also been in place until September 12th, which is today, in Mangalagiri.
Mr. Naidu has been targeted by this government ever since this government has come into power. They filed false cases also in the past, and this is one such case. I mean, Mr. Naidu continues to have widespread popularity in the state, in the country, and globally. I mean, he is a world-renowned leader, and this government, with the only intention to malign his image and to mudsling, have foisted a false case and have taken him to custody and now sent him to remand. See, if you look at the case and the facts of the case, skill development project that we are now looking at, that's being discussed, is not a new project. Andhra Pradesh is the 8th state, and this project has been going on in various other states.
पूरे देश की जनता ने देखा कि किस तरीके से अनैतिक और राजनीतिक मोटिव से प्रेरित होकर माननीय चंद्रबाबू नायडू साहब को 14 दिन की रिमांड में भेजा गया। फिर भी हमें अपनी न्यायपालिका पे, न्याय व्यवस्था पे पूरा विश्वास है कि वो इसका जजमेंट हमारे फेवर में देगी और दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी करेगी। मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि 45 साल के माननीय चंद्रबाबू नायडू साहब के राजनीतिक कैरियर में कभी उनके ऊपर कोई आक्षेप नहीं लगाया गया और उनको अरेस्ट करके जेल में डाला गया।
The only petition filed by them for seeking house arrest came up for hearing, and then we filed a petition seeking his police custody, which is yet to be numbered, which will come up for hearing. So the house arrest petition filed by the accused has come up for hearing. It is being considered. It has been heard. We are awaiting orders to be passed. That provision for home food and medicines, everything we have conceded. They filed a separate petition. We have conceded. The court has also taken note of the facilities provided in the remand order passed yesterday.
देखिए, एक लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया है, कोर्ट का ऑर्डर सबको मान्य होगा। अगर टीडीपी को कुछ कहना है या करना है, उनको कोर्ट के पास ही जाना पड़ेगा।
My first question to you is that you're seeing a lot of celebration being done by the YSRCP, sweets being distributed, crackers being busted. Why are you calling it a moral victory?
Not at all. How can we say that it is a victory when we are not at all considering as a political this one? It is a case, it is a scam, and a case is booked and the court has decided and it accepted that prima facie there is a case and it gave a order and for remand. How can it become a victory? But here YSRCP or our leader Jagannath Reddy Garu, he never endorses, our party never endorses that sort of this one, because it's something, a scam is unearthed and an accused was this taken this one. We feel that he is the real culprit also. That's a different issue. But as far as yesterday's this one is, there is nothing for celebrations. We don't feel that there is something for celebrations. We don't endorse. But having said so, after his long stint with the politics, Chandrababu Naidu's long stint, 40 years, almost decades together, he has caused hardship to so many lives, or communities, or people, or states, entire thing. So the affected parties are so many, affected people are so many are there, including our political cadre, our party cadre also, during his regime or his proxy, this one, after Rajshekhar Reddy Gari death. I mean, now in Kiran Kumar Reddy government and Rosai government, actually he was running the route, Chandrababu Naidu, I mean, behind the screen, from behind the screen. So whoever suffered a lot, and between 14 and 19, so many false cases, everybody had undergone from our party. They might have felt happy that ultimately justice prevailed. At least he is there for some time in the bars, but not as a party, not as a leader. Our leader endorses that sort of things.
How would you define the stance of the party that karma is perhaps catching up with Mr. Naidu? Because that is what we have heard from most of the YCP leaders who have given their reaction after the verdict.
Yeah, because of this only. Over the period, he believes in media management and he believes in system management, manipulations. A personality has been built over the period, and which ultimately made him his image larger than life size, which everybody has to accept. But it's already it's a myth. It's not a reality. That false image and maintained and nurtured by vested interest sections and a section of media, that got punctured first time yesterday. So that is the reason for whatever even now you ask me questions, and because everybody, including national media also, they consider everybody, Chandrababu Naidu is something beyond formidable, beyond this one. All this yesterday they got punctured. That's why everybody is feeling it's important, this one. We ourselves, when the case is booked or arrest was done, we never felt that it's something big. But that false image, when it gets shattered, obviously everybody will feel happy, because if we want democratic, this one prevail, if we want democracy to be alive, these sort of elements should not be encouraged, and these sort of so-called leaders or personalities should not rule, should not come to rule, or should not be in the public life. That's everybody's feeling, whoever has strong belief in democracy. That's why we also feel happy, but not for political reasons.
Well, interestingly that you mentioned democracy is one aspect that the party is very heavily focused on. But questions are being raised, Mr. Sajjala Ramakrishna Reddy, about the way the entire episode played out. Arbitrary arrest is what your political opponents have said, and they've also said that this is a fabricated case. This is being done because Jagan wants to turn the tables around Mr. Naidu, because Mr. Naidu keeps saying that Jagan is a criminal who is inapt to become the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. So is this, would you say the tables have now turned?
Not at all. If Jagannath Reddy had that sort of a thinking, and he is of that sort of a person, it would have been done long back when we came into power, that is 4 years ago. Because the case was there very much then also, because it was unearthed beyond before we came into power, that when Chandrababu himself was the CM in 2018, this scam came to light. And he was duly informed by the agency, his government was duly informed, but he didn't bother.
Well, from Andhra Pradesh now, let's shift focus to Tamil Nadu, where the row over Sanatan Dharma remark by Stalin Jr. seems to be escalating even further. Udhayanidhi Stalin has posted a picture on social media of a mosquito-repellent incense, which refers to his earlier remark where he compared Sanatan Dharma with diseases such as dengue and malaria. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu BJP President K. Annamalai held a dharna demanding the immediate resignation of P.K. Sekar Babu as state Hindu religious and charitable endowments minister. Annamalai was leading the party's protest against Babu, objecting to his participation in the recent anti-Sanatan Dharma conference. The BJP leader also lashed at the DMK for offending the Hindus and asked Stalin Jr. to keep his opinions on Hinduism inside his house. Meanwhile, another DMK minister, Pon Muri, has stoked a massive controversy. Pon Muri has said that INDIA alliance has been formed to fight against the principles of Sanatan Dharma.
பத்திரிகைகளின் மூலமாக ஊடகங்களின் மூலமாக நம்முடைய இந்த சனாதன எதிர்ப்பு கொள்கையை இந்தியா என்ற இங்கே எல்லாம் நண்பர்களும் சொல்லிவிட்டார்கள். இந்த இந்தியா என்பது ஒரு சனாதன கொள்கைக்கு எதிர்ப்பாக உருவாக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிற கூட்டணி தான் இந்தியா. இதற்குள் கருத்து வேறுபாடுகள் இருக்கலாம், ஆனால் இந்த சனாதனத்தை எதிர்க்க வேண்டும் என்பதிலே யாருக்கும் எந்த வேறுபட்ட கருத்தும் இல்லை. இதில் இருப்பவர்கள் எல்லாம் சமத்துவத்தை உருவாக்க வேண்டும், மத சிறுபான்மை சமுதாயத்தை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும், ஆண் பெண் சமத்துவத்தை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும். இந்த சமூக சிந்தனையோடு இந்த இயக்கத்தை உருவாக்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் இன்று 26 கட்சிகள் உருவாக்கி இருக்கிற இந்த இந்தியா கூட்டணியுடைய நோக்கம். அவள் வந்திருக்கிற நீங்கள் எல்லாம் நாம் என்னதான் சமூகத்திலே நாம் எவ்வளவு செஞ்சாலும் அரசியல் நாம் வெற்றி பெற்று அங்க உட்கார்ந்தாதான் இதெல்லாம் செய்ய முடியும்.
Now what drama is DMK doing by saying Sanatana Dharma is different from Hindu Dharma? Now anything what is accepted by a large number of people, by a large percentage of people, you got to respect it. If you have any misgiving about the definition, you keep it inside your house. When bulk of the people, large part of Bharatiyas, all of Bharatiyas believe Sanatana Dharma and Hindu Dharma are same, who are you to experiment? Are you a scientist? If you have a differing opinion, keep it inside. If you want to criticize some parts of Sanatana Dharma, criticize, no problem. But who are you to eradicate? Udhayanidhi Stalin also knows they have gone overboard now. That is why they are trying to wriggle out. But we want a minimum FIR to be filed and action to be initiated.
We have a responsibility. We are a responsible government who take care of the people's wishes. We go according to the constitution, and we have an HRNC board which controls most of the temples here, and they are performing. They are doing their duty, that's all. But when BJP says that we are an anti-Hindu party, I can expose that, and people know that BJP is the anti-Hindu party. Because 90% of the Hindus in this country are from backward classes, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. But what is happening in Manipur, an attack on the tribes, and they attack the Muslims, they attack the backward classes and SCs, STs. We protect them. We gave them education. The Dravidian movement gave them education. 90% of the Hindus were insulted by the BJP and group, the RSS group, because in the name of Hinduism.
Well, our next story is about the long-standing debate about Cauvery water dispute between the state of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, where Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on Monday hit out at the BJP-led government at the centre, alleging delay in giving approval to the construction of Mekadatu balancing reservoir over River Cauvery. Siddaramaiah also accused neighbouring Tamil Nadu of causing unnecessary nuisance on the issue. It may be noted that Karnataka has been pressing for the implementation of the Mekadatu project, saying it is the only solution for the Cauvery water dispute between the two states during times of rainfall distress. He further said that Karnataka was not releasing water to Tamil Nadu with joy, but because of the CWMA order, and that government is duty bound to protect the interest of the state's farmers and drinking water needs of Mysuru, Bengaluru and several other districts. We are now shifting focus to an international story where China's defense minister Li Shangfu is reportedly missing since last 2 weeks. Rumors have been circulating over the non-appearance of the Minister of National Defense in public view. US Ambassador to Japan Rahm Emanuel called attention to growing rumors of political instability in China, saying that Li Shangfu has not been seen in public for the last 2 weeks. According to reports, Li Shangfu was last seen on August 29th addressing the China-Africa Forum in Beijing. Li Shangfu's absence marks the second instance of a high-ranking minister's disappearing from a public view, following former Foreign Minister Qin Gang's disappearance since June 25th. Well, it's time to slip into a very short commercial break. Stay with CNN News 18 for more such stories right on the other side.
Eat it on top.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with CNN News 18, where we have breaking news coming in from the international sphere, and it is going to be a matter of concern for the West as North Korean leader Kim Jong-un leaves for Russia and is expected to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin. The photos shows Kim walking past honor guards and crowds of people holding the national flags and flowers, and also of him waving from his green and yellow armored train before it left the station. To give you more context on this, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has departed for Russia, where he is expected to hold a rare meeting with President Vladimir Putin that has now sparked Western concerns about a potential arms deal for Moscow's war in Ukraine. A brief statement on the Kremlin's website on Monday said that the visit is a Putin's invitation and would take place in the coming days. Now, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that Putin and Kim will lead their delegations in talks and could also meet one-on-one if necessary. He added that Putin will host an official dinner for Kim Jong-un as well. So that's the big breaking news that we have just received that can cause multiple problems in the West as well. Shifting focus, Apple is all set to launch its iPhone 15 series today. Apple is expected to launch two watch models, Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2 at the Wanderlust event. 4 new iPhone models are also expected to be launched at the event. Here's a detailed report on the new launch.
So Apple is all set to launch its iPhone 15 series as well as the next generation Apple Watches, including the Apple Watch Series 9 as well as the Apple Watch Ultra during its Wanderlust event on September 12th. Now, the iPhone 15 series in particular is being touted as representative of a massive change in form of having USB Type-C, shifting away from the decade-old Lightning connector that initially debuted with the launch of iPhone 5. However, apart from having USB Type-C as well as myriad hardware upgrades, The iPhone 15 series will also offer another significant change specifically for India in form of having made in India iPhone 15 units available right at launch, or at least close to it. The Economic Times reported that Apple could be preparing to make the made in India iPhone 15 available in India almost simultaneously with its global release, and that Apple is using its partner Foxconn's infrastructure based in Chennai to facilitate this. With the iPhone 14, Apple roughly took around 10 days before it started manufacturing the vanilla iPhone 14 units at Foxconn's Tamil Nadu plant. But this year, the story seems to be different, as Apple is well prepared in advance and could provide the made in India iPhone 15 units to Indian customers before they are exported to other regions globally. As per reports, Apple took almost till the end of September 2022 to make the India-made iPhone 14 units available to Indian customers. But this time, as we said earlier, the story seems to be quite different. And if the Tamil Nadu-made iPhone 15 units do make it to India by the time when the global launch happens, it would mean that Apple is indeed taking the Indian market quite seriously and would mark a significant shift in how the American brand operates in India. Notably, this does not mean that Apple launched the iPhone 14 models late in India. In fact, the models were available in India right in line with the global launch on September 16. Same time as in the US, it's just that those were not Indian units. Apple has also notably opened two of its official stores, Apple BKC in Mumbai and Apple Saket in New Delhi. And the CEO Tim Cook too say that India is at the tipping point, and he says that Apple is paying a lot of emphasis to the Indian market. Another major change with the iPhone 15 series, and more specifically the iPhone 15 Pro, could be a price increase. Multiple sources, including reports from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, notes that the iPhone 15 Pro as well as the iPhone 15 Pro Max may jump in price by almost $100.
Well, since we are talking about the new series being launched by Apple, the wait is finally over, and Apple will be launching its new iPhone series today at the Wanderlust event. The 4 new iPhone models that will be launched are iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Plus, iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max. Here's an exclusive report on the prices and what you can expect from the new models that Apple has to offer.
Apple will be launching its new line of iPhones on September 12 at the Wanderlust event. Similar to every iPhone event, this year's is also subject to the rumor mill. Most of the new iPhone features have been leaked extensively. But what we have to wait for is the official pricing. There's both good and bad news when it comes to pricing. Here we'll list the price expectations of the upcoming iPhone 15 series. Similar to yesterday's iPhones, we get 2 standard iPhone models and 2 Pro models, which will sell at a premium compared to the non-Pro models. Apple will be offering 4 new models: iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Plus, iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's start with the good news. Apple may retain the pricing from last year's non-Pro model. The phones started at a price of $999 in US. For Indian buyers, the starting price was set at Rs 79,900 for the base model. The new iPhone 15 Plus is expected to be priced at Rs 89,900. The iPhone 15 standard models are expected to get some considerable upgrades. The new iPhone 15 is expected to get rid of the notch that has been around since the iPhone 10 series. It will be replaced by the dynamic island introduced for the first time in last year's model. This will increase the screen real estate for users. The bezel size is also expected to get slimmer. Another distant rumor is that Apple will be upgrading the primary camera from 12MP to 48MP. The iPhone 15 will now be powered by the A16 Bionic chipset, which powered last year's Pro models. Both non-Pro and Pro models are also expected to get the USB Type-C port instead of Lightning cable. The Pro models are getting some major upgrades which will translate to higher prices. The iPhone 15 Pro is expected to get a $100 price bump. Last year the iPhone 14 Pro was launched at $999 in the US, and this year that price might go up to $1,099. In India, the iPhone 14 Pro was made available at Rs 1,29,900. Indian buyers can expect at least a price bump of Rs 10,000. iPhone 15 Pro Max will most likely get an even bigger price hike. The Pro Max model is expected to get more expensive by $200. This might take the launch price to $1,299. Indian buyers will also see a substantial price hike from last year's model, which started at Rs 1,39,900. Talking about specifications, the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max will be getting a new titanium frame, replacing the stainless steel. The use of titanium is expected to make the iPhone sturdier but lighter. In the camera department, the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be getting a periscope lens that will provide 5x to 6x optical zoom. It should be noted that the price hike estimates are sourced from various rumors from the past few months and are not official.
Well, that's a wrap from me for now, but stay with CNN News 18 for